Hi, this is Justin. I wanted to show you the entrance to my house. This is a print of a painting by David Hockney. I'm very fond of it. And over on the other side of the wall are some photographs that have been taken of me over the years by friends. This is myself and Dave Bridges, an old sailing buddy. I don't know how long ago. This is myself and my grandson Kelby at the Gasparilla. And this is me standing in front of a very dark door in Philadelphia. It was taken by my friend Rick. What can I say? And up here is me just staring out into the Florida sunset, and then there's a handsome me taken some time ago, God knows, and here's the old me on my back just snoozing again. I do like to take it easy. Here's me very young and foolish and with my beautiful wife Pauline. Look at her, isn't she something? There's me on my back again in the Keys with some buddies. I remember that trip. My son was there with me, my son JD, and this was taken by my partner in Soulspeak, Scylla. I guess I was sleeping again, and here's me at the bottom of the ladder. What can I say? Trying to figure it out. And here's me again with my friend Dennis playing pirates. My grandson Kelby, and oh, here I am, a cowboy, finally on my way to Mexico. There are people that I've spoken to who swear they remember things at 6 months or 9 months or 12 months. I find that hard to believe. You know, my first memories, as far as I can tell, go back to around age 3. And one of them is that I painted my neighbor's garage a beautiful sky blue color that I had found in a can. And of course I did it with my neighbor's little son. We were both painting. We couldn't really reach that high, but we got on boxes and we painted the inside and the outside, and we used all the paint. Coterminous with that somehow is also the memory of my sister Fran being born. And we had no idea how the kids were born. That wasn't discussed in my house. The baby just appeared. There would be a baby coming. Maybe that would be mentioned, probably not. But all of a sudden there would be a new baby in the house. And in this case, I had heard something in the next room. It was in my parents' room when I went in. I lived in Petersburg, Virginia at the time. I remember the house. It was a wooden, white, clapboard house, and I went into the room and it was dark, and I heard this noise and a little scratching, and I looked over and there was a crib, and I looked through the bars and there was a little baby. That was my sister Fran. She had just come home from the hospital. So that birth of my sister Fran in that little prison, and then painting the garage that beautiful sky blue color are two of my earliest memories, and the two that seem to take place right about at the same time. I wanted to show you some pictures of my brothers and sisters before I talk about them when they were younger. That's me, of course, in the middle. My brother Jimmy taking our picture, and my sister Fran, and my brother Artie to the left there, the oldest boy. And then my sister Judy, look at her. She's right in there. That's a new addition. And then Michael just arrived just a short time ago. And that's me. By this time, I'm a little older. Almost a teenager. And here we are again, a little bit older, always waving at the camera, my mom, and then behind her my dad's mom, and of course me. I was always a pretty dapper dresser. I kind of followed after my dad, and then my brother Artie in back of me. Michael, again, like myself, he was fascinated with my dad's clothes, so he wound up wearing them. And this is something that I have to admit, I don't know how it happened, but I wound up an altar boy, and I got out of it as soon as I could. And there's my sister. And then here's my sister Meg, who we haven't seen, the youngest. Somehow the home camera stopped for a while, They didn't really pick up until she was considerably older.
I guess she's graduating from grade school here. My sister Fran, and there's my brother Michael. He's coming out of high school now, and everybody's a little older. You know, there's my mom, she's getting on. There's my sister Fran, she's very cosmopolitan. My sister Judy, the little girl in the dress. And look at Meg, she's up there. She's now a teenager too, just a year or two younger than Mike, so...
I had 6 brothers and sisters. There were 7 of us. There were 9 children altogether. 2 died in childbirth, we found out later. But I grew up with 6 brothers and sisters. I had 3 brothers and I had 3 sisters. And in fact, my brothers are my brother Art, who is a professor of English out in Minnesota. My brother Jimmy, who is now retired, but was in the admissions office up at Harper College. And my brother Michael, who is in some heavy computing at University of Pittsburgh. So all 3 of my brothers are in the academic world to some degree. My sisters all worked. My sister Fran was a legal secretary. She's about to retire now. My sister Judy worked with the deaf and the blind. And my sister Meg is a grade school teacher and a wonderful one too. So all my brothers and sisters are involved in education. I was the second oldest. I was always different than my other brothers and sisters, and my parents honored that for some reason. They let me have my own way. I was the only child to go to public high school and to a non-Catholic college. I went to a Catholic grade school, but after that my parents let me go my own way. They sensed I was different, and they were a lot wiser in that than I was. I just knew I was confused.